Here in my garage. Just bought all these new cars. But you know what I like more than these new cars? Knowledge. Yes, knowledge. That's why I installed all these new bookcases. Read a book a day. Now the reason I have all these books is because I met a mentor, and another one, and they taught me the keys to understanding philosophy. One mentor that I met was a man named Plato. He told me that to gain knowledge, you have to gain it through gathering information on your own. Now, I know what many of you are thinking. How do I gain knowledge? Plato gave me an example. He said to me, "You are a man who, ever since the day you were born, people have told you how to think, how to act, how to learn, and numerous amounts of other ways to conform to society." So imagine that one day you're watching TV and you come across a TV show that tells you that you're only acting the way that you are because society tells you to do so. So you do some more research and some more research, and you realize that everything that you've understood in your life is a complete lie.
You see, Ty, as society was created, people in the higher up power would come together and some set up rules on the way people interact with one another. They told the lower power of the group what they only allowed them to hear. The higher beings were using blinders on the lower class. The blinders only allowed the lower class to see what the higher class allowed them, which caused a rift in society.
Now, when Plato first told me this, at first I was really freaked out. Another mentor that I met in my life was a man named Rene Descartes. He was a man who gave me insight on if God really existed or not. Here's what he had to say about it.
Ty, if we are beings who admit that we know nothing, only a limited amount of knowledge, and can only have an infinite lifespan, it can only have a limited amount of power, why will we, if we are the highest beings, have the highest power, why would we admit that we don't have all this? Why would we admit that our life are finite, that our power is finite, that we are just blemishes, blimps on the whole spectrum of life?
Hmm, that's a great question. With that being said, there must be a higher being because we wouldn't just put it in our own minds that we don't have these infinite abilities. So, Renee helped me understand to gain knowledge, one must understand life, that there must be a figure who has infinite abilities to make me feel as though that I am not the highest being there is. The final mentor that I met was a man named Daniel Quinn. He was a man who taught me that there are two types of people in this world. There are the takers, and then there are the leavers.
Yeah. You see, Ty, in society there are people that believe that humans are the rulers of the world. They believe that man is the one who are civilized. They are destroying cultures and nature. And the other group of people are the ones who are the hunters and gatherers. They use primitive ideals. They have an understanding of how the world should be, where we all live as equals with the animals. The people can be broken down into two groups: leavers and takers. As I said, leavers want to live together with the animals. They want to be hunters and gatherers, use their primitive ideals to understand how the world works. While these takers just want to see the world burn, they want to be the leaders and want society to conform to them. They want to destroy culture. They want to destroy nature. So I ask you this: which one are you?
And for me to understand life and for me to be successful, I had to become a taker. I had to take what was not given, but now I see as it being a taker hasn't really the best result for the environment or the planet. Now, you may be saying, but Ty, you live in this big house, have all these cars and books. How can you claim to be a believer if you have all these material things? And the truth would be that, even though I have all these material things, I consider myself to be a believer. I donate much of the money and many of the vehicles you saw in my garage to people in need. I have also started a wildlife fund in Africa where there are hundreds, if not thousands, of animals being rescued from poachers. I have this knowledge because I have realized that I am not the ruler of the world. I am this knowledgeable because I have taken the blinders off the higher ups have placed on me so I could be successful and give back.